Hey guys, and welcome back to Super Epic Charlie. Today I'm going to be showing you my updated Rubik's Cube collection. Oh, and there's that too. So these are all my Rubik's Cubes, updated. So I've gotten a few more ever since my last collection video, which was a long time ago. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'll be going through 1 by 1 through 5 by 5 first, and then we'll get to some other puzzles. So this is my normal 1 by 1. I made it out of a die, obviously, and I glued some pieces of construction paper onto it, and I used Sharpie to color the edges. Then this is the same thing, except it's white, and honestly it feels better to hold than this, probably because I used a little bit of tape to hold it when the glue wore off. Then this is supposed to look like a stickerless 1 by 1, but if you look really close, you can still see the die. So yeah. That's stickerless 1 by 1. Stickerless. Then next is my 2 by 2 dice. So I basically did the same thing with the 1 by 1, except I made a little pattern on each side to make it look like a 2 by 2. And obviously it doesn't function. Now here I have two identical Rubik's brand 2 by 2s. Hold on. Where's the Rubik's? Look up. Okay. So yeah, two identical Rubik's brands 2 by 2. And yeah, as you can see, they turn like what a Rubik's brand turns like. Hold on. Then this is my stickerless off-brand, I think, 2 by 2. Yeah, that was from last video. So I still think this is off-brand. But yeah, it's a stickerless 2 by 2, and it actually turns very well. It may actually be my very best turning 2 by 2. It just turns amazing. Then you have this 2 by 2. This is our first boxed cube, so let's go ahead and unbox it. So we get out. That would be amazing. And here is the 2 by 2. And if you're wondering how it's solved, next is my dice 3 by 3. I did the same thing like I did with the 2 by 2, except now with the 3 by 3 pattern. And it still doesn't function. Then I have the world's smallest 3 by 3. And it actually does function, unlike, well, never mind. But yeah, there's actually a 3 by 3 that is a lot smaller than this one, and it still fully functions. I think it's even smaller than my dice 3 by 3, so that's pretty cool. But yep, this is the world's smallest 3 by 3. This is a Rubik's brand 3 by 3. It's in its original packaging, so let's go ahead and get that open. And this is the 3 by 3. And it turns like a Rubik's brand would. Yep. Then I have the Rubik's Impossible. I guess I lost some part of the packaging because it just falls out. Oops. It just falls out like this. So yeah, basically what happens is that these tiles like turn different colors, and it's super hard. Somehow I managed to solve the red side. So yeah, that's cool. I also want a Rubik's Phantom. That sounds like really cool. Then I have my very first Rubik's Cube, or my very first cube. I'm not sure if this is Rubik's brand, and if it was, then the logo probably got peeled off. But this was actually my mom's when she was younger, and I found it on her office desk one time, and I'm like, hey, can I play with that? And she said, sure, and then I still have it. She doesn't care. Next, I have this stickerless 3 by 3. It came in a set with the 2 by 2, the stickerless 2 by 2, and that stickerless Pyraminx. So yeah, it turns okay. I mean, it's manageable. It's better than the ones we've mentioned so far. So yeah, this is a stickerless 3 by 3, and yeah. Oh my gosh! I forgot to mention the 4 identical tiny 3 by 3s. So yeah, this is one of 4 identical tiny 3 by 3s. It turns like how you would expect it to turn. And yeah, it's supposed to be like some kind of little party favor. It's not made by a cubing company or whatever. So yeah, this is a Dollar Tree cube, and it turns like a Dollar Tree cube would. Did I say dollar store? I got it from the Dollar Tree. But yeah, it locks up when like the corner is barely even like misaligned. So yeah, it has no corner cutting whatsoever. I mean, if it's a nanometer, I guess. But I mean, yeah, this thing is really, really bad. But somehow I managed to scramble it and solve this side with the arrows facing the same way. So yeah, give me props. And yeah, it's so bad, and it even has like information on the cube itself. Like, come on. And it didn't come with packaging, it just came in plastic wrap. Obviously, I'm not going to keep that. This is, I think it's made by Qiyi. It's Qiyi 3x3, we'll say. If it's not by Qiyi, I'm sorry. But yeah, this is my best turning 3x3. I just had to lose the orange center cap. So, yeah. I dropped it in my car and it went down the little crack where the seatbelt buckle like faces outward. So, yeah. It's somewhere. It's probably gone now. So, yep, it still turns really good. So, yeah. So, yep. I don't know what else to say. We're finally on to 4x4s and we'll start out with this Rubik's brand 4x4. So, I literally got this at that can't be good. But yeah, I literally got this at Walgreens yesterday, so yeah, out of all the stores, it was Walgreens that had it in their physical store. So yeah. Sorry, my parents are cleaning. But yeah, some of the tiles look like they're about to fall out, but I mean, they're not going to, so. It actually turned surprisingly well for a Rubik's brand. There's proof it's a Rubik's. But yeah, it turns pretty good. The tiles won't fall off, hopefully. And yeah, I want the Rubik's 5x5. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. My top 3 cubes I want now is the Rubik's Phantom, any kind of 6x6, and a Rubik's 5x5. But yeah. Then I have my first 4x4. I think it's also made by Qiyi, but I don't know. And yep, here it is. It turns better than the Rubik's brand, but it doesn't have tiles. It has stickers, so yeah. So this is the 4x4, and it's a nice cube. Oh, and I also made a dice 4x4, so I did the same with the 3x3, except added another layer. Oh, and I'll just go ahead and get the dice 5x5 out of the way. So yeah, I added another layer, and yeah, now I needed to start using pencil because Sharpie was getting too complicated. Or what, not complicated, I don't know. But yep, it's tinier, which is ironic. But yeah, I guess I used a smaller dice. So yep, dice 5x5. Next is my only working 5x5. It's also made by Qiyi, I think. And yep, this is it. It's my biggest cube, but hopefully the 6x6 will beat that record soon. So yeah, it turns decently. I mean, it locks up sometimes when I do fast moves. But yep, this is my 5x5. Then next is my stickerless Pyraminx. It's the last of the 3 stickerless cubes that I got in that set. So yep, it turns okay. And this is its special trick. No pieces snap into place, so it always looks horrible. So yep, that's the stickerless Pyraminx. I managed to solve it. Then I have the Qiyi Pyraminx, which is basically a better Pyraminx. It's stickered, but pieces snap into place so it doesn't do the weird thing. And also, the tips can come off. So I can make a Tetraminx. Next, I have the Qiyi Megaminx. It turns, and I can only solve a side on it, which looks pretty wimpy considering that there are 12 sides. But, yep, it turns. Next, I have the Qiyi Cube, and, yep, it turns not by the tips, but like this. Oh, and here's the thing. Whenever... Don't know what that was. But whenever you turn it, or whenever I try to solve a side on it, Whenever I try to solve a side on it, it always messes up to where if I want a sticker here, it's always here. So I have to do some kind of weird algorithm that I don't even know how to do. So, yep, this is a cube, and I still have no idea what that was.
Next I have my Ivy cube. I think it's also made by, well, honestly I have no idea who made this, because it doesn't have the same logo as all my other cubes that came in the set. It says Mofang G, so, I mean, does that mean something? It has some kind of signature or something. So, but, yep, I can solve this, pretty easily. But, yeah, it turns pretty much like a cube, except easier. And there are only 2 corners instead of 4. And funny story, I had another one of these before I got this one. So I had one, but then I dropped it, and I thought it was broken, so my mom ordered a new one. And but then my uncle fixed it, and this was all at a beach house where we were all staying. And he fixed it, so then I'm like, hey, since this is on the way, I asked my cousin if he wanted to have my other one because he happened to like this cube a lot. So, yep, I have this cube, and he has the other cube that was supposedly broken. Sorry if that didn't come out right. Before I move on to the next cube, I just want to mention that my little brother is laying on my bed. So if you hear any noises, it's him. But, yeah, getting back to the video. This is the mirror cube, mirror blocks. I think it's made by Qiyi. I'm not sure, though. But, yeah, I can't fit in its box for shape-shifting reasons. But, yeah, as you can see, I solved the side on it. You can see me filming. And, yep, this is the mirror cube. Next is the Fisher cube, cutter cube. I have no idea what this is called, but this thing shapeshifts like a shape-shifting freak of nature. I don't know what to say. But, yep, I solved the red side on it. And, yep, it won't fit in its box because of shape-shifting reasons. Oh, and here are the 2 boxes, by the way. Next is this Rubik's brand Christmas tree. And, yep, it's pretty cool. It stretches, apparently. And it turns. And this is one of the only cubes that I can solve besides the pyramids and the Ivy cube. So, yep, here it is. Next is my 6x6 die, 7x7 die, 8x8 die, 9x9 die, 10x10 die, and 11x11 die. I made way too many dice cubes. And then here's the 13x13 dice, 15x15 dice, and 17x17 dice, I think. So, yep. And then here's, I don't know what this is called. It's made by D and Shang. So, I'll just call it a Rubik's snake because, I mean, that's what the original one was called. So, yeah, this thing can twist in every way imaginable. And, yep.
How do you twist it into a straight line?
Sorry, that was Walt. If he would please be quiet. But, this is the Dian Shang snake, or the Rubik's snake, whatever you want to call it. This is the red one. Then here's the yellow one, and the green one. Here's this snake-like thing, except it turns slightly different, and it has more color. This is one of my 3 magic cubes. Here are the other 2. And this is in its original box, and clearly it's seen better days. But, yep, here it is. It can turn like this, or it could just turn, like, weird, but, I mean, I don't have it aligned right to do that, but yeah, that can come out, and, yep. So, that's the thing. Next is a space-themed infinity cube, and it's an infinity cube. And this thing was also so cheap that the thing was here, but at least it turns okay. Well, I mean, it doesn't turn. I mean, how could you get an infinity cube to turn worse? But, yep, that's the infinity cube. Then I have 2 of these take apart, put back together cubes. So yeah, here's one. And then here's one that I put a string on to make it work as a necklace. So yeah. But yeah, basically you take it apart and you put it back together. And fun fact, my little brother actually taught me how to because he's the one who figured it out before me. So, yep. I feel like an idiot. And then here are 2 puzzle balls that work the exact same as the cubes. They even take apart and put back together in the same way. So yeah, at least they have different colors, unlike these 2. These 2 are identical. But, yep, that's that. Then
that was my cube collection updated. There's Walt. Here's the aftermath. So yeah, that'll take a little bit to clean up. But yeah, half the cubes are gone. Oh, I forgot to mention those.
So here's... Sorry, that is Walt. If he would be quiet. So here's the box that the 3 stickerless cubes came in. So yeah, nothing inside of it except for those like little packets you get or whatever. Here's this thing that came in the world's smallest cube package. I didn't keep the package itself because it was destroyed, but I kept this part because it looked kind of cool. Oh, and then here's the big chungus box that came with all 10 of those cubes. That's where all the tiny boxes came from also. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.